I've spent $46,454 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 187 days. And today I'm going to get into what I'm going to call some secret features, some hidden things, because I think I'm not the only one out there who misses on certain details. And that's what I'm going to try to do. We've got Alliance Mobilization, so I've got a bunch of spending to do as well. But I think these little hidden features are worth pointing out because I think a lot of us overlook them, myself included. And when people point them out who've been playing the game longer or just more like kind of study the game more than I have, I think it's worth calling that out on this forum because all the time people are telling me like, hey, I've been playing the game for years and I didn't know this or that. So let's get into some of those things tonight. But I'm gonna kind of shift things around a little bit. Let me first get into, I think I'll do the Alliance Mobilization first, some of it anyways, and then I'll get into those like hidden features basically. All right, so and including the Journey of Light's stats, because I think some people are not understanding how that game works, and I kind of had to study it a little bit tonight and make sure that I talk to a few people, make sure I knew how it works as well, and make sure I knew why I was holding off on it so that I can explain it to you. But let me do some of the Alliance Mobilization first, and then we'll get into that. So we'll start out looking at the calendar again, because I like the idea of staying with this routine essentially to make sure I don't miss anything. We got all the standard stuff: Journey Treasures, Alliance Mobilization, Alliance Championship that we missed because we forgot to shift our stuff around. We've got Armament Competition coming up, SVS Matchmaking this weekend, Officer Project, and Alliance Championship coming up. So that's what's on the calendar. Nothing too crazy. We do have fishing to finish up today. Let me just show you where I'm at with this, just to kind of document it. Essentially all I'm trying to do is get my daily missions and get to the 50,000, and then I'll be happy. So I did get an Alliance Mobilization Gems task, and I used that Gems task to get some more of these. Some more of these special items here, and then I used it for my Alliance or for my Arena gems as well. And by the way, I don't know why some people don't know this, but if you go into the Arena and you go into, if you go into Challenge, see this little plus here. I've got it maxed out right now, but you hit that plus, you can buy more runs for gems. If you didn't know that, there's one of the little secret tips right there. The other thing about Arena is, and I'm always surprised by people who don't know this, that because if you've been playing the game for a little while, once you start a challenge, I don't want to do it now because it's just right after the reset. But if you were to start a match and once you start it, you'll see a little pause button. If you hit that pause button and then retreat, it's actually not a retreat. Like the game's already been recorded. Once you agree to do the fight, it's going to have an outcome anyway. So you hit the retreat, it allows you to cycle through them faster. With that, if you want to try to snipe right towards the end, you can actually get through like all 10 of them in about a minute and a half, I think, roughly, if you're fast enough. So that's another little hidden tip there. But that one I think I've talked about before. All right, so let's get into some of the, so I did fishing. I talked about the gems. The reason I'm talking about the gems, sorry I'm going a little fast tonight, but is Alliance Mobilization. I picked up a gem spending task, and I did some of it already, but the main thing I'm going to finish it off on is with pets, basically. That's what I spend my gems on, so I think it's going to be somewhere around 66, but I'm going to do 67 because I don't like 66. I don't like that number. So we'll go with 67. And there we go. Maybe I could have done 65. I don't know. All right. That's the gem spending task. We do have another task in here I'm going to pick up just because I am going to be doing a bunch of spending tonight. So I'm going to pick this up because they're hard to get sometimes. And I happened to pop a Hero Gear Mastery yesterday. And as far as I'm concerned, this is still a decent deal. It's not, like I said, I've talked about this before. It's not the best deal in the game, but I did press little Essence Stones. I want to be able to replace them. I do have a lot of Essence Stones, but I have a lot of gear work to do as well. And this isn't bad for the Lucky Hero Gear chest, essentially. This is like a 130% value or something like that when I calculated, if I recall. So not the worst deal in the world to grab that. It's not the best deal in the world either, but how, it's again, how are you going to get all these items in bulk? And that's one of the ways to get a bunch of Lucky Hero Gear chests. So that's one thing. And we do have Journey of Lights, of course. I'll get into that some more a little bit later. Speaking of Lucky Hero Gear chests and Mithril and Hero Gear in general. But such a good value event when you go through it. Let's see. Let's go back into the Alliance Mobilization. We'll clear that out. And now we'll pick up another $100 spend. And we'll go pick up one of these, some more of the enhanced gear. This has got a couple more days on it. So I didn't have to necessarily do it tonight, but you know, I wanted to pick up one of them for the Alliance mobilization tasks. And I think because there's going to be some things to spend on, but let's see. So let's clear that task out, and we'll pick up another one for $100. And all right, so we got an Artisan Trove. This is the last day to do anything with it. Basically, whenever I look at these, you know, this is like 50-50. This one's more charm guides than designs, and this one is more charm designs than guides. And as your account progresses, when you look at the crossover, I think it's somewhere around charm level 10, you'll start needing more charm guides than charm designs. But I still have some other charm work to do, and we do have SVS coming up. And so I'm going to buy this one out tonight for because I'm still in the understanding my budget phase. So I'm going to use that excuse for now. We only have, you know, today's it. If I miss out on it, I miss out on it. So I'm going to buy this out at this level, at the Sublime, where I get more charm designs than charm guides. And I've got the $100 spent, so I've just got it. This is a tricky one kind of because you got to grind it up, and then I'll have to just back off at the 50 and then round it off with whatever is remaining. All right, so now I've got to back off a second, and I only need 7,500 more, right? So now I can do some more custom armament chest. And let's see. Yeah, the way I'll do this is I'll just grab some of the Lucky Hero Gear chests. And I'll grab this. And then I'll grab this one for Lucky Hero Gear chests. And that'll clear that one out. And while I'm in here, I'll grab that little claim. All right. That's that one. Now I can grab another one of these. And I'm going to go grab the $100 Artisan Trove. All right. And now, let's see. Clear that one out. And now I have a decision. Do I want to go for another $100 or not? Let's take a look at what else is going on. So we've got the daily deals. That's kind of small. Yeah, some things that are going on that are like small potatoes. I could grab another enhancement gear, but I can also wait for another day. Alliance mobilization is going on a couple more days, so I do need something to do every day, basically. While I'm in here, by the way, let's grab the mobilization pack and make sure I don't forget to grab my extra attempts. But we just did a refresh, and this is what we're left with right now. So I'm going to have to wait to get any more unless I want to buy one, you know, like get one of these. And then, so like, do I really want to commit to another $100 tonight? Let's see what else we got going on. We got Journey of Light. Grab my extra free one here. I already bought this all out. So, and well, I guess while I'm in here, I will grab the Journey Treasures. Just clear out the rest of the stuff, basically. Grab my dead shot. Claim. All right, that's pretty much the deal section. Fishing tournament, we're gonna have to finish off fishing tournament. I don't need to buy anything there. And then we already looked, yeah, we don't have anything else. So basically, the question is there anything that's timing out that I would lose opportunity to buy? And the only thing is the Artisan Trove, which I've already bought out. So I think we're good to go on this. The custom armament chest, we still have another Dan if I want to spend some on that. Custom pet chest, I still have another couple days on. Couple days on this. This Ice Conqueror pack, I don't really see the value in this. Some people do like it for the advanced teleporter in there and some of this healing speeds for Foundry and stuff, but I don't know, man. I bought it before and got yelled at by some folks. I don't see the point in doing it. I do have a couple small things I can do though. Look, I got like 3,000 there. I don't need to do these yet, but I could do the daily deals. So if there's a small one I can do, I can probably combine it with one of the other ones. Let's see what we got. I thought there was yeah, this one's a 12.5. That's kind of a smallish one. This one's 7,500. So let me, and then let's see the pet. What's the pet? One of the pet chest ones, or custom armament chest. 10,000 there. These are both at 10,000 now. So 13,000. All right, I can do like 13,000 or so. So I'll just grab one of those because it's the decent value or points for this one. So I'll accept this one, and I'll go and grab my daily deals. No luck at all on that one. Let me clear these claims. All right, that's all the claims. And yeah, so then we'll grab some more custom pet chest stuff because I know I'm going to need that. And I'm going to grab it because we do have the new pets. And I ran out of, I have a lot that I've stashed up, and I haven't really ran through the calculators yet, but essentially because I have new pets that I'm going to want to push through SVS. And last time I kind of ran out of pet food, especially. I'm going to grab some pet food, and I'm going to grab some more of the enhancement materials because I know I'm going to be burning through a lot with those new pets. And that clears that one. And now, whoops, and now I'm kind of done with the spending for tonight, so I'll just grab another 50,000 gems here. And then the rest I'll see if I can grab organically, and I'll clear some of these out. I don't know, I tend to try to leave them for people who want to spend, but essentially not a lot of people spend on that stuff, so so they usually ask me to clear it out if I don't. All right, so yeah, let's grab the common wild marks here. This is what I try to spend all my gems on. I mean, the majority of the gems on these days, because it never goes to waste. It turns into power, basically. Turns into stats. All right, and then we'll grab these. And there we go. There is something worth talking about when it comes to Alliance Mobilization, though, and this is probably a good chance. And then we got Officer Project. Let's see. Officer Project was the Essence Stones I did, basically. I'm not going to do any Mithril, but I did some Essence Stone work. So that's how I cleared my basic points there, and that's why I got the Hero Gear Mastery. Then we got this Hero's Mission, which I forgot to show the other day, but this is essentially, for those of you who don't know, or if you're kind of playing the game a little behind me, I know some people follow me who've been playing the game behind me, this is the event that replaces Gina. So now it's Philly, and the story is you got to capture these Reapers, and then as you capture the Reapers, you get more, you don't get just Philly shards, but you get these other bonuses as well. So, even though I'm playing as a whale and I get a lot of this stuff, it's still free resources in the game. So what you do is you just trace the Reaper, kind of like you used to do the Cryptid. Now you trace the Reaper, you call a rally on that instead, and you try to use your, get your stamina down with the special thing from Gina, special skill from Gina, and then, that's it. You just run those down, and the more you do, the more rewards you get. That's all. Let's see. So that's the Hero's Mission, and I think that's all I need to show there. We got Canyon Clash coming up. That should be fun. We got Foundry coming up. That'll be fun. So stay tuned for that. Now let's get into some of the other kind of secret things. Let's see, because I think that's all I wanted to do for that for the most part. Let's see. Do we have anything going on with... we still got another Charm Mine and Cave of Monsters. I haven't pushed them all, so I'm not going to do this on camera. I got nothing to show there. It's just going to be a matter of if I get lucky or not. So let's take a look at one of the first... I don't know if this one's a secret or not. I knew about it. Some people yelled at me in the Tundra album. So if you go into Tundra albums and you take a look, I don't have any ready to assemble, so it may be hard to show. But if you... I can't show it because maybe I need to get to the point where we have something to assemble. So, man, I'm going to do a little bit more spending night because I would like to trigger this so I can show you the secret I'm talking about. So, that means if I, can I grab something from Alliance Mobilization? No, because I already did one for, oh, there we go. Well, that's a big one, but I'm going to grab it. Even if I don't finish it off tonight, I'll finish it off tomorrow. All right, so let's go into, you know what? It's for content. It's for content, so don't yell at me. It's for content. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to grab the 100. Oh, that's all I can grab anyways because I already bought the trove pack. If you didn't know already, I showed this as like a secret shop. It's in the, you go to obtain more from the fragment backpack. In the top one, it's a light shade trove pack. I guess we can call this a secret, but I did show it in a recent content. I'm going to buy the $100 pack, right? And now I've got a whole bunch of these I can open up. Now, somebody also said, like, okay, there we go. So I have a bunch I can assemble now, so I can show you what I'm talking about. Somebody said you really shouldn't do these until you absolutely have nothing left. That's probably true. It's probably good advice, but the thing is they're random anyways, so it's like, you know, it is true that you can try to get as many of the more difficult pieces as possible and then save these until you can't find one. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'll save that for now this time because it is generally good advice. But oh, I might actually have some cool unlocks today. So the thing is, you just spent some money on the puzzle pieces. Now, it is true, and the reason in my previous video I hand assembled them is because it's fun. If you click assemble now, right, it's actually fun to kind of like play the puzzle and assemble them. But notice this little button on the bottom right. You see this button right here on the bottom right? If you just click that, you don't have to go through all that. So when you're spending some money and you have a bunch of puzzles to assemble, you don't have to sit there and manually assemble them. This is kind of like, I'm calling it a secret because I don't think a lot of people know about that. So I don't have to sit there. If I'm just looking for the reward and I don't want to have fun playing the puzzle, all you got to do is hit that little button and instant assembly. Just as quick as that. Quick as that. So let's see. Let's finish all those and see if I manage to complete any more albums or how close I am to completing an album. Assemble now. There we go. And, oh, yeah, that one's complete. Okay. What else did I miss any more? No, it's just that one it's highlighting. Okay. So, man, look at that. I got some nice, sweet stats. That not only did I get some items, but now I got a 2% plus troops attack as well. All right. So, just wanted to show two of those secrets in one again. And let's see, we'll grab this as well. And then, yeah, fragment backpack. I'll just leave those there for now because it is true. Like maybe you should wait until have a puzzle. Like that's all, you know, most of my puzzles are almost done. All the difficult pieces are already obtained. And then, and the other thing you could do, and you know, here's the thing, you can trade, which I like to do. I like to trade because help each other out. And it's kind of a fun social thing to do as part of the alliance. And so I try to like see who you know, who's needs the help and how many pieces I have for some of these pieces. And you can only do so many, but this is like one of our R4s, so I'll try to make sure I help him. And then I also look for people who have been helping me just so that we're kind of all helping one another. So, and at this point, a lot of people, we've helped each other and stuff. So let's see. Yeah, I'm just scanning through the list quick. Yeah, and I'll grab, I know we've helped each other a lot here. And I think I haven't, you know what? Happy Person is so happy in our Alliance chat and stuff. I'm gonna help him out tonight. Him or her, I don't know. I don't pay attention to who's who. All right, so let's see. I'll do, yeah, I forgot. You can request 3 per day, but you can do 5. So I'll grab, let's see, this player and then somebody else. I'm looking for somebody who I haven't done in a while, just so I can kind of spread the love a little bit. Here we go. And that's all I can do, right? Yeah. Can I do any more? Why is it saying trades left today? Let me see what happens. If I try to send one of these folks. Yeah, you reach your daily limit. So that's that. All right. But after the Alliance trade, you can actually go to the recycle shop and see, you can recycle shop. You can recycle this button on the lower right. And I'm sure you guys have been playing around with this interface or playing with the game for a while, know this part, but like you can hit the recycle and now you can start recycling stuff. And recycling gives you a whole bunch of extra fragments as well. Because what you do is you recycle them into these tickets, recycling tickets. what are they called? Recycle tokens. And then you can you can kind of grind them back into bags again. So we'll go through all this. And now, you can get mythic stock as well if you want. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab them for these, as many as I can grab. And then I'll grab the rest over here. And then I'll just open those up and see what happens. All right, got another one to complete. And then you have to decide, like, how much you want to recycle versus how much you want to help others. Because once you start recycling, obviously now you don't have as much to help others. So that's why I did a little recycling first. So that's this one kind of little tip I wanted to show there. And it was nice that I was able to actually get some extra pieces. All right, let's see. I'm going to save Journey of Lights for last. Let's get into experts for a minute. I'm going to call this another secret game feature or information that people are, I don't know, myself included, have trouble with or don't realize. So check this out. If you go into any of the experts and you look at the skills that kind of give bonuses, some of them will have these little more items, right? So Holger's, it means his chiefs and heroes get the star treatment, 2 more items in the arena shop. Now, when you just read that and you think, all right, I'm going to get 2 more items. But you see how that more items is in a blue hyperlink, kind of? If you click that more items, it'll actually show you what's going on there. These are the chances in the types of items you can get more of. So for the longest time, I did not realize this. And somebody just referenced Baldur's bonuses, and I didn't even think to look at this for Baldur, because he's kind of cheap to level up, and he can give you some sigils. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And you go digging into it, you can see right here. These are the probability that you'll get. And then if you grind this up further, then you can get at level 10, you can get 3 shop items. So you'll get more of a chance to get more of the better items from this more items. Like if you don't really care to get, essence stones, for example, like getting 3 of these items means probably got a 50% chance. Yeah, because there's 6 items in total. You got a 50% chance of getting the one of the ones you want, So that's something to pay attention to. So if we start looking now at some of the heroes and looking for that aspect, now if we go into Agnes, for example, oh, that's right. Agnes doesn't have one of these. So Agnes just gives the extra bonuses, but doesn't have one of these hyperlinks. But surprisingly, perhaps, if you look at, who else? You look at Valeria has one of these. So there's bonus tier extra items, right? So this Radiant Honor one has extra items with it, which includes sigils. So if you get to level 10, you can get sigils, right? Level up to increase the number of goods on offer with the required item levels as follows. So you get more items that you can get in the Sunfire State shop, basically, State of Power shop. And then here, the bonus tier, a +1 bonus tier for daily personal rewards. This is the bonus tier. So reach, depending on what level you reach, you'll get these different, bonuses, basically. You'll get more Sunfire tokens or sigils and gifts and expert materials, basically. So that's Valeria's kind of bonus items. Now we look at Baldur,
strategy extends far,
and you look at his skills, and you got bonus tiers, bonus items, chests, and bonus tiers. Like every one of them references something. So for Alliance Showdown points, for example, you can get all these at these different tier levels, right? So books of knowledge, truck vouchers. So you get more truck vouchers, basically, and speed ups and stuff like this, and sigils, right? Here you get, for Crazy Joe, you get more chief gear components, basically. And for Honored Conquest for Alliance Championship, you get these items. You get additional sigils and books and stuff at different levels. And here's the thing that I was debating is, like, if I were to push Baldur, I can get more bonus tiers on the Alliance Mobilization that's going on right now. My judgment on this was that the where I am in the account right now, I'd rather have the SVS points, and so I think I'm just going to hold on to them for SVS. This is the debate essentially when it comes to Valeria as well. And let me just check. I don't remember if Fabian has any of these. Yeah, he doesn't have any. That's the special items like that. So and I don't believe yeah, Cyril does either. So, and I know Romulus doesn't. If you look at his skills, none of those hyperlinked abilities like that. But what I was really looking at is, should I actually press Valeria enough to get extra, I'm sorry, not Valeria. Should I push Balder before SVS prep so that I can get the extra, alliance mobilization points? You could say the same with Valeria as well, because that's why I was going Valeria. So if I push Balder now, I can get extra alliance mobilization points, but at the cost of SVS points. If I push Valeria for now, I will be able to get more points for other things, but not for her. So I think somebody said that there is like some calculation they did where it was worth it past a certain point, but I think I'm not going to have an awful lot to do on day 1 of prep anyway. So I could be a strategy that I use, that I basically do almost nothing on day 1 of prep, and then on day 2 of prep, use that to advance Valeria and get her, farther, to be able to get the at least I'll get some base points for doing that with her, and then getting these skills unlocked and get the extra bonus points, and kind of like a little bit of double dipping. Like, you have to advance her to get the points, but you have to get the points to advance her. If you know what I mean. It's kind of chicken and egg thing. But like, what'll happen is you'll get some basic points, whatever level you'll at, increase her skill, and then you'll get more and more and more. So I don't know. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just need to study it a little bit more. But that's, if you will, a kind of hidden feature, if you didn't realize it, is taking a look at those hyperlinked things in the skills, because they actually point to something very specific that helps you understand exactly what those benefits are. All right. Now, finally, let's get around to Journey of Lights and make sure, then I'll just make sure I didn't miss anything else. So, by the way, thinking of missing anything else, I'll clear that task before I forget it. See if there's anything else that popped in. No more gems popped in yet, but see where I stand in Alliance Mobilization right now. All right, doing good for points. Man, our Alliance ranking, though, is not doing so great. So I'm not sure there's much I can do about that, but it's I was going to say it's close, but that's not all that close. No, we're quite a ways away. I don't know if there's much I can do about that. All right, so let's get into Journey of Lights, and I just want to explain. So I want to remind folks of my strategy. My strategy is going to be, I'm going to run as many of these planes as I can, as just kind of organically through the event, and then I'm going to do auto expedition. And the reason I'm doing that is just I can bank as many of the chests as possible before I do the auto expedition, just kind of like organically, because you do want to make sure that you get all the way to the end of the milestone rewards, which is going to, I think if I recall, it takes a little bit more than what you can do just with the spend. So you're going to need some of them anyways. I'd rather just like wait a couple days, be towards the end of the event, and then run all these out basically. And I'll already have the ones that I put in the tank from before. So I'll let these run organically, but when I go to bed at night, for example, I will go and finish. Just notice that when you go to finish it, it's going to give you this warning. I guess it's not giving me the warning now, but I don't want to hit it because I think when you go to use it, it'll give you a warning saying like it's going to use 8 hours because you're over 7 hours, and you won't get a refund. Unlike when you use speed ups elsewhere, you won't get a refund on the difference. So what you want to do is make this run down to the nearest hour. So if I wanted to use it now, I'd let it run down to 7 hours, or maybe 6 hours, 50 minutes or something like that. And then I'd use it. That's why I'm not feeling guilty about throwing away essentially 40 minutes here, right? So that's almost a full hour I'd be throwing away. So I don't want to do that. So before I go to bed, I'll complete these. That way I got a whole nother batch going at night. And that's what most people do if you're even low spend or free to play. But let's get into what's actually happening there. So I've got some treasure starting to build up. If we take a look at the details of the Journey of Lights, though, I think some folks are kind of confused. I mean, if you read through this, it's not that complicated to understand. But I think some people, myself included, when I first ran through it, and some people in my Alliance chat and in the Discord chat, we're talking about this event, not really understanding it in detail. Here's what I want you to take a look at. Okay, so first of all, this first rate, and I think the wording here is probably the reason for some of this confusion. The treasure drop rate. This is the rate at which you get treasure when any one of those journeys go. So these 4 journeys that are going out, when you actually claim them, these are the chances that you will get a common radiance or a premium radiance treasure from each one of those. A 90% chance you're going to get common radiance and a 10% chance you're going to get premium radiance, okay? So that's just a chance that you get the treasure. You're either going to get a 90% chance of the common radiance or in a 10%, or you're going to get the premium radiance, but that's 10%. So that's the chances of each one of those missions. Each one of those planes is going to bring a prize back, and the prize is going to be 90% chance of getting common radiance or premium radiance. That's the treasure drop rate, okay? Now let's look at the next one, common radiance treasure success rate. Now this is a little bit weird on the wording, and it says 100%. So what's that all about? What that's about is if you go into the assemble feature, this is a common radiance treasure assemble. It's going to take 3 of the common radiance and convert them to a premium radiance treasure. And it's a 100% chance. It's going to work every time. So if you sacrifice 3 common radiance, every one you do is 100% chance going to produce a premium radiance treasure, okay? But the same, I can't do it because I don't have 3 yet, but the same is not true for the premium radiance treasure. For the premium radiance treasure, and that's what this second one is trying to tell you in the chance of rewards, premium radiance treasure success rate, it's really trying to tell you the assembly rate. I don't know why they called it success rate, but you get a 75% chance that it is an exquisite radiance treasure and only a 25% chance that it's a dazzling radiance treasure. So you have to sacrifice 3 premium radiance treasures, and there's a 75% chance it will produce an exquisite radiance or a dazzling radiance. And the benefits go up and up, right? You're going to get the diamond treasure is like, you're going to get 10 of each of these, 100%, right? So you're going to get 10 lucky hero gear chests, 10 speed ups, 10 shards. And then the gold chest there is only 2 as opposed to 10. And the premium radiance, if you're kind of stuck with them because you don't have enough to convert, is not really worth keeping, really, honestly. And the same with the common radiance treasure. Like these aren't worth keeping. Like 3 of these convert to, yes, you lose a little bit on it. So because you have 5 of the gems, 2 of the 100 XP, and 2 of the 1 hours, whereas here you end up with not even 1 hour. You get 5 minutes, right? So okay, that's 50. So yeah, you are sacrificing a little bit there. As you go up, you're sacrificing, right? Because this would be almost 3 hours worth of speed ups, where this is only 2 hours worth of speed ups. So you are sacrificing some to get something better. But what you're really trying to do is progress them. I'm sorry, I'm rambling a little bit now because I'm trying to explain it in detail, but what you're really trying to do is progress them. So you're trying to get from common radiance to premium radiance to, really what you want is the dazzling radiance, but you're going to get some better treasures here. So this full circle, so I'm trying to explain the stats there, but full circle, this is why, unlike other events, I don't really believe in like opening in bulk is better for you. You're going to get better luck necessarily. I don't really believe in the better luck aspect of that necessarily. But I think because of the way this event works, it may actually work a little different than the other ones. The other ones have a pity reward system, and I would bet that this probably has a pity reward system as well. Like if you were to open up, 100 chests, you should get, if you were to convert, 300, run that simulation 300 times or 100 times, which means you'd need 300 chests to do that. But in 100 openings, you should end up with 75 of one and 25 of another. So I don't know if they're running any pity on that or not, but if there's a chance that they are, I think this event, they may run it a little bit differently because it's not like the other events where they expect you to do it long term. So a lot of people in the game have said with this event, it is actually more important to open them up in bulk. So between that and wanting to progress them, I think that's why I'm doing this. I'm going to wait to the end and I'll see what I have as far as these common radiance and premium radiance. I'll assemble the common radiance in bulk and in big a bulk as I can, right at the end of the event. Then I'll do some more assembly on the premium radiance as in big a bulk as I can. And let's see how many dazzling radiance and exquisite radiance we can get. That's the progression you want to do though. You want to kind of upgrade them. You're sacrificing a little, but you're trying to gain a lot is basically what you're trying to do is upgrade them from the I don't want to call them meaningless, but like these kind of like, okay rewards to even better rewards, like with the lucky hero gear chests, especially. That's what we're really trying to get out of this. But what you're really trying to get out of it, aside from the hero gear chests, is the mithril here. So if you're spending on this event, but not spending enough to unlock the mithril, I'm just going to give you my opinion. I think you're doing it wrong because if you're spending on this event, what makes this a really high value event is all the mithril. So to buy out the whole event cost, like I think $390, including the extra $5 slot. It'd be $385 because it's $185 and then 2 more 100s and then the $5 for the other slot. It would be $390 to buy out this event in US dollars anyways. And what you're really trying to do is get all these targets unlocked all the way down to 900 to get all that mithril. If you're not doing that, you better make sure that you're doing your math enough to at least get to this target here, which is, and I haven't done the math on this, but there are people out there who have spreadsheets on it and stuff, but other creators and stuff. You make sure that you're getting this 150 target, so you at least get the 5 mithril components out of that. I think that's definitely worth it, and that way you're getting the most value. But I'm going to hold this off until the end because that very reason. I want to wait until I can open up more in bulk. All right, so that's all my stuff. Now I am a little bit anxious. I do see some people talking in Alliance chat as I'm recording here that, you know, I can't wait for prep. I mean, this is this I hate. This one I really hate. Like, we've got new pets, new experts and everything, and I can see other people in the state starting to press power. I can't wait for this prep because I have so much that I want to do during this prep, and I'm just like trying to bide my time, keeping my thoughts elsewhere because I've got so many upgrades I want to do. I'm excited to see, you know, how much power I can pull and get everyone's stats where I want them, especially with you know, Valeria and getting ready for SVS and stuff like this. So I don't know, we'll see, but I we'll see. I can't do it alone either. If the majority of the state is going to spend outside of prep, then we're not going to win prep, and I'm just going to try to have as much fun as we can as a team still, and we'll see. If eventually they want to try to actually win a prep, then they'll come together. If not, then they won't. Like, what am I going to do about it? I'm trying to have as much fun as I can otherwise, because we genuinely had a lot of fun as a team last SVS event. So let's take a look at the backpack quick, and then and actually let me do this right to left, because for some reason, yeah, there's some things that I have to do twice, and I don't want to keep on doing them twice. So just clear these ones out. Clear all the VIP out, put that in the bank. Let's see what I get out of, let's call that 200 lucky hero chests. I should have at least 2 mythic, but hopefully we'll get a little bit more lucky than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. 5 mythic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mythic out of 200. Not bad at all. I'll take it. All right. And then we'll go and clear these out. Just put those in the bank. Can I get lucky? Nope. Sometimes I do. Not tonight. And here's where we're looking. You know, slow and steady grind. That's where we're at. All right. That's all we have for the backpack. So let's take a look at VIP. And let's see how many spins it takes to get a puzzle piece tonight. But before I do that, there is one thing I want to mention. If you are going to spend Frost Stars in the game anyways, there's one favor I have to ask. If you look in the video description, you'll see a link that includes a code that brings you to the official store. Right now, I think they're still running a top-off special where you get 5% extra. That's what I do, is I wait until they're running the extra 5% top-off special, and I buy through the official store because that's the only store I trust. But if you use my link, it kind of gives me credit for the sale, and it kind of helps me out, supports the channel. So if you like seeing this journey, if you like hearing me talk every day and walking you through some of this stuff, that's a way you can help me, and it doesn't cost you anything. You just have to use that link instead of the normal link. Just use it every time you go and do a purchase, and I'll get some Frost Stars as well. And it's just a simple way you can help me out. All right, so let's see how many times it takes to get a Frost Sphere piece tonight. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, come on, man, 80. All right, I'll take 80. That's better than 90. We'll put that one in the bank, and there we go. We're at 50% of the way there. We're halfway there. Halfway there. I've spent $46,000 on the account so far, and I'm halfway there. So I probably have a bunch more to go. It's probably another $20,000 before I finish that off. So that's probably a long ways away. All right, that's all I have for you tonight, but hopefully you're enjoying spending this time with me daily, going through some of the daily stuff and me explaining some of these things to you that I think I find interesting, or at least I'm learning. If you like to see that kind of content and you want to continue to support me, super simple thing you can do that really helps me so much. Number one, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your alliances. Just help spread the word about this channel if you like this content. Tell them what it's all about. Join the Discord. That's another easy way to help, because you're going to be helping other people. We've got a nice community there of people who are whales and free to spend and asking questions, and it's just getting started, but I'm doing some giveaways every now and then, and it's really been a good community to get involved with. You'll meet some friends there, and you'll learn more about the game. And I'm there as well doing some insider info and stuff like this. So I think you'll really enjoy it if you like this content. And finally, it helps the algorithm so much. I don't think a lot of people realize how much it helps the algorithm, that you just simply have to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, I'll see you later.